Check 1 2, mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2, mic check.
Check 1 2, mic check 1 2 1 2 1 2, mic check.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Welcome back to the Left Coast Hockey League COVID Cup Playoffs Wild Card Round. B-Ward Biffs taking on the LA Twisted Wristers. B-Ward, huge early lead in Game 1, but the Twisted Wristers crawled back, got back within one, but just died at the finish line. With enough shit out of me, let's get down to the ice and get this Game 2 underway. We are live at Crypto.com Arena, Game 2. LA Twisted Wristers take off your wrist. Celebrating it, Gong David taking this outside center ice. Face off won by the Biffs. Hanovan up for Nylander. Nylander hit into the corner. Sent back out to Fox for Hanovan. Hanovan, big slap shot, but blocked. Saros will send it out for Dahlin. Dahlin to Kucherov. Up to Pasternak. Pasternak in the zone, turns it over, taken by the Wristers. Dahlin, big slap shot, save Vasilevsky. Dahlin for it in the corner. Picked up by Kucherov for Pasternak. Pasternak unable to do anything with it. Delayed penalty on the Wristers. Up is McDavid, and Dahlin will touch. Didn't see what the penalty was. Looks like it's going to be interference. Interference on Pasternak early here in the first, sending the Biffs to the first power play of the game. Going to be Nietzsche and Trocheck taking the faceoff back in the LA zone. Faceoff won by the Biffs. Slap shot is blocked up front. Rebound off the block, shot in on Saros, and he's going to hold on. 1:50 left in the power play. One shot so far for the Biffs. Faceoff is won by the Wristers. Franco up for Owen Power. Owen Power will go ahead and clear it the length of the ice. 95 seconds remain in the power play. Send up for Jason Robertson. Robertson up for Nietzsche. Nietzsche will gain the zone. Shoots it around the boards. Recovered by the Wristers for Trocheck. Trocheck will carry it in, shorthanded, but turned over, taken by the Biffs. .51 remains here in the power play. Face-off going to be McDavid and Kadri. Face-off won by the Roosters. Shot in short-handed is blocked. McDavid up for Tkachuk. Up for Nylander. Nylander back to McDavid. Big blast is blocked. And they'll go ahead and clear it. 20 seconds remain in the power play. Sent up for McDavid. McDavid tired though. Gets it up for Malkin. Malkin unable to get anything off. And that's going to do it for the power play. We'll skate 5-on-5. McVane up for Kadri. Kadri poked off. Taken by Malkin. Malkin for McDavid. Nylander mishandles, recovered by the Roosters. Up front, Kadri shot, save Vasilevsky. And he'll hold on for a whistle. 13:42 remains here in the first period, still no score. Only one shot for the Biffs on that power play, 0 for 1. Kadri and Bedard will take the faceoff. Faceoff won by the Biffs. Fox. Fox for Russ. Russ neutral zone, heavily outnumbered. Lifted off the puck taken by Gostisbehere. Up for Raymond. Raymond sends it for Bratt. Bratt all alone. Takes a shot, not much of a threat, but full pressure for the Biffs. Adam Fox. Fox up for Russ. Russ puts it back in his own zone, taken by Hannafin. Back up for Russ. Tired legs out there for the Biffs. Russ will gain the zone. Dumps it in. They'll give chase. Picked up by Celebrini. Gostisbehere up for Kucherov. Kucherov in the zone. Kucherov takes a shot, but it's blocked and goes wide. Raymond hit hard into the boards, but recovered by the Roosters. Gostisbehere. Gostisbehere, big shot, save Vasilevsky, and he's going to hold on. 9:49 left here in the first period, still no score. Shots favoring the Roosters. Thomas and Shen will take the faceoff. Faceoff won by the Roosters. Faber takes a shot, fouling for it in traffic. Taken by the Biffs. Braden Shen, he's going to go ahead and dump it in. Roosters will recover. Ryan Nugent-Hopkins up for Faber. Faber centering pass is blocked. Rebound picked up, save Vasilevsky. With it is Luke Hughes. Hughes will gain the zone. Nothing much for him. Oh, big hit on Trocheck, getting by Hughes. Shot is saved by Soros. And we'll get a whistle with 7:23 left here in the first period. Still no score. Nelson and Nietzsche will take the faceoff. Faceoff won by the Roosters. Owen Power. Up for Brock Nelson. Brock Nelson puts it back to Parenko. Roosters able to hold on. Parenko up for Nelson. Nelson's poked off for Malkin. Up for Nietzsche. Nietzsche up for Tkachuk. Pass broken up. Brought back in by Nelson. Up front is Nelson. Nelson back for Power. Power takes the shot. Save Vasilevsky and goes wide. Rebound picked up by the Roosters, but turned over, taken by Marchand. Brad Marchand centering pass for Nietzsche. Nietzsche unable to pull the trigger. Recovered by McVane. Battle won by the Roosters. Power. Back for Parenko. Parenko will gain the zone. Up for Radish. Robertson for McDavid. McDavid in with speed. McDavid centering pass to Hannafin. Broken up. Recovered by the Roosters. Brock Nelson. 2.5 left here in the first period. Nylander recovers. Up for Hannafin. Bad pass, but Fox will get possession. Adam Fox in the zone. Looking for a big slap shot. Saved by Soros. Pasternak hit off. Kept in by Nylander. Nylander, shot is blocked. The other way come the Roosters. 3-on-2 if they hurry. Shot is saved by Vasilevsky. Robertson. 1 minute left here in the first period. Pasternak in on the breakaway. David Pasternak in on the DC scores! Pasternak on Vasilevsky with the breakaway. First goal in this big game. Roosters late in the first go up by 1. 5-hole on Vasilevsky. Costa proving it doesn't take anything fancy. Quick release shot right in the 5-hole of Vasilevsky to send Roosters up by 1. 40 seconds left here in the first. Kadri and Shen will take the faceoff. Faceoff won by the Roosters. Bounce to spare. Back for Montour, but turned over, taken by Braden Shen. Shen for Marchment. 8 seconds left, recovered by Bratt. Up for Raymond. One more shot if they hurry. Not going to get it, and that's going to do it here for the first period. The LA Twisted Roosters with a late first period goal. Send them up by 1. You are watching the Left Coast Hockey League here on youtube.com/TimesacUVU, and we'll be back with the start of the second period.
Complete control of the underground. They're night raiders.
Yo, don't be concerned about what you heard about me, word of mouth. Facts, I'll take the burner out and blow your fucking sternum out. I'll keep the fragments, little pieces of your clavicle in my cabinets to prove you ain't shatterproof. Put the 450, you let all 4 clips in you. Pain experiences like a pitch jaws grip to you. Now you're scarecrow dead, watch me tear whole heads off at their shoulders. I cough as you smolder. Fresh ash particles contaminate the sky. From your flesh barbecue, inhale it to get high. Pull the tool in your blast, leave you laying on the deck. Fuck your bulletproof vest, son, I'm aiming for your neck. Now your beautiful jugular soaking up my rug. Ain't no cruise ruggeder, I'm proven with a slug. Series psychological, your team's methodical. We backslap fag rappers like bitch prostitutes scream. And pray it's only a nightmare, and hope your gaping throat's really only a slight tear. The truth you slice right with the nice 9-inch knife. Every trite rhyme I write, ignite 25 to life. Wanted a naked day.
All right, we are back. Let's take a look at the stats through the first period. It's been all Twisted Roosters. 9 shots to 3. Hits slightly favoring the Biffs. Time of attack favoring the Roosters. Face-offs right down the middle. Let's get down to the rink for the start of this second period. We are back. Crypto.com Arena here in downtown Los Angeles. The 2 best in the game, McDavid, Celebrini, taking the face-off at center ice. Let's get the third on the way. Face-off is won by the Biffs, but turned over. Now for McDavid. McDavid up for Hanford, back to McDavid. McDavid in the zone. He's hit off. Unable to recover. It's taken by Darlene. Up for Kucherov. Kucherov for Faber for Celebrini. Shot up front. Save Vasilevsky. Anything for Fox. Fox for Robertson, but he's harassed. Recovered by Kucherov. Shot up front. Save Vasilevsky. Shot. Save. Rebound picked up by the Biffs. Connor McDavid. Looking for Nylander. Pass is broken up. Shot up front. Save Soros. Huge save for Soros. 16:32 left here in the second period. Game 2 of this wild card round, best of 5 series. LA with a late first period goal. Send them up by 1. Soros kept the lead. It'll be Nazem Kadri and Nietzsche face off back in the LA zone. Face off won by the Biffs. Hughes, big slap shot. He scores. Luke Hughes off the faceoff in the LA zone from Nietzsche. Big banger off the faceoff just past Soros. And we are all knotted up at 1. Biffs needed an answer. Had not put it on the net for a minute. And just like that, we have a new hockey game. Big banger at 100 miles an hour. Just over the left shoulder of Saros. And just like that, B-Ward back in this game. 1-1 is the score with 16.5 left here in the second period. Face-off won by the Wristers. Montour. Montour up for Kadri. Pass broken up, taken by Natchez. Natchez in the zone. Turns it over to Gossespierre, up for Kadri. Kadri the other way, outnumbered. Poked by Carlson, up for Marchand. Natchez up for Marchand. Marchand battling for it. Takes a shot up front. Saves Soros. Rebound. It is picked up by the Biffs. Back to the point. Carlson, big shot. Saved by Soros. Recovered by the Wristers. But hit in open ice. It is battle in the boards. Recovered by the Biffs. Not enough for icing. Gossespierre behind the net. Gets it for Raymond. Raymond sends it up for Kadri. Kadri gained the zone, but turned over by Forsberg. The other way comes Shen. Shen in, heavily outnumbered. Up for Forsberg. Forsberg takes a shot. Saved by Soros up in the air. Recovered though by Montour. Montour for Kadri. Montour up for Bratt. Bratt will gain the zone. Centering pass, broken up, but recovered by Raymond. Raymond tried to wrap it around, but lost it in the net. Marchand for Landeskog. Up for Mason McTavish. McTavish in with Celebrini. Celebrini looking for a shot. Saved by Vasilevsky, and they hold on. 10:24 remains here in the second period. We are tied at 1. It's going to be Thomas and Berdard taking the faceoff back to the B-Ward zone. Faceoff won by the Wristers. Dahlin takes a shot. Save Vasilevsky. Connor Bedard up for Russ. Russ tries to make a move, but he's hit off. Dahlin unable to clear it. Gets it up for Nugent Hopkins, up for Thomas. Thomas pass broken up by Russ. Russ in for Bedard. Bedard dumps it around the boards. They'll give chase. Recovered though by the Wristers' favor. Thomas for Trocheck. Trocheck for Dahlin. Shot is blocked. Up for Faber. Faber takes the shot that goes wide. Recovered though by Russ. Russ neutral zone. He'll get sealed off. He'll dump it in. They'll give chase. Faber for Trocheck. Thomas, tired legs out there. Gets it to Pasternak. Pasternak already with the goal in this game. Shot to save Vasilevsky. And we'll get a whistle. 5:56 left here in the second period. Face-off won by the Biffs. Connor McDavid. Long pass for Nylander. Nylander just leveled. The other way come the Wristers. Owen Power. Emil Pasternak. Looking for Kucherov in front. Shoots. He scores! Nikita Kucherov with a beautiful pass from Owen Power. Puts the Wristers back on top at 2-1. After that big hit. Big hit with the big momentum swing. Great follow-up by Kucherov here. The captain of the Wristers. Top lines are going to stay out. Celebrini and McDavid. Face-off won by the Wristers. Kucherov again. Looking for a pass. He's hit off Battling for it behind the net. It's going to go to Celebrini. Back to the point. For Franco. Franco for Power. Power looks for a shot. Save Vasilevsky. Kucherov back to the point for Power. For Franco. Franco, big blast. Save Vasilevsky. Rebound picked up by the Biffs. Robertson. Up for Adam Fox. Fox for McDavid. McDavid gets it for Nylander. Nylander shot easy. Saved by Soros. Recovered by the Wristers. Raymond. Back for Kucherov. Pass up for Franco. Franco in the zone waiting for help. Hit off, taken by Hannafin. Up for Tkachuk. Picked up by Nugent Hopkins. He'll hold on. Up front, backhand shot. Save Vasilevsky. He just kicks it out. It's taken up by Dowling. 1 minute left here in the second. Adam Fox battling for it. But recovered by Tkachuk. Nylander up for Natchez, but he's poked up. That's going to come all the way back to the goaltender. Vasilevsky moves it out with 4 seconds left. And at .9, that should do it for the second period. D. Ward ties it up, and the Wristers answer back, get that lead back.
Suck it, my lounge getting full of PJ's walks and she went. I need breath like Sahara needs an HIV test. Hit up that pussy with a nasty attack. Get on your knees like you're looking for that last piece of crack. Prove me like Al Lewis jerking off a 70. Well, serenity, swallow it. I'm 20 inches of obscenity. I'm paying it. Look, you better fuck as good as you look and suck as good as you fuck. When it comes to this porn shit, you know who the master is. Bitch, I'll leave necro tags on your ass with jizz. Sex in the 90s without a bumper, yo, that's dead. I like skinny bitches, but Jeffrey Dahmer looks like a crackhead. Porn is infested with obscene women, but Mr. Del Rio word is born looks like a female version of Gene Simmons. I'll fuck you in your shitter. Through your panties, you'll be making mad noises. Just up fancy schmancy, screaming out like a banshee. Inside a basement somewhere, close to the land sea, where the porn is infested with hookers that look like brandy. When it comes to the porn shit, you're nothing new to me, so yo, Dion, tell them what you fucking do for me.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Let's take a look at the stats through 2 periods. Shots 19-9 going to the Wristers. Hits just about even. Time and attack, though, heavily favoring the Wristers. Wristers up by 1. Let's get back down the ice, start this third period. We're back here at Crypto.com Arena in downtown Los Angeles, California. Macklin Celebrini. Connor McDavid taking the faceoff at center ice. Biffs down by 1. Can they answer? Faceoff is won by the Wristers. Darlene up for Pasternak. By Fox up for McDavid, but Hannafin hit big. Recovered though by the Biffs. Nylander in with McDavid, but turns it over. Pasternak for Darlene for Kucherov. Celebrini been pretty quiet for the first 2 games. Faber takes a shot, hits the post and crossbar and out. Picked up by Robertson. Robertson rallying for it, but Darlene will win the battle. Celebrini. Pass blocked by McDavid. McDavid for Robertson. McDavid takes a big shot. Rebound. Oh, unable to get the rebound as Robertson picked up by Faber. Faber, long lead pass in for Kucherov. Kucherov already with a goal. Dumps it in for some reason. Hannafin's pass blocked by Pasternak. Vasilevsky's going to go ahead and hold on. 16:33 left here in the third period. Risters up by 1. Adam Fox, huge hit on Kadri there. Kadri's almost left all alone in front. Risters out shooting the Biffs by 10. Nietzsche and Kadri will take the faceoff. Faceoff won by the Risters. Montour, big slap shot through traffic. Recovered though by Bratt. Bratt battling for it. It's taken by Carlson. Carlson for Tkachuk, up for Marchand. Marchand for Hughes. Luke Hughes already with a goal in this game. Up front shot. Saved by Soros. 15:21 remains here in the third period. Lucian Hopkins almost with another one there. Vasilevsky with, I believe, 21 saves thus far. Nietzsche and Kadri will take the faceoff. Faceoff is won by the Risters. Risters been dominant in the dot. Carlson, big shot, hits the crossbar, kept in though. Another shot through traffic, recovered by Raymond. Raymond hit off, but recovered by Kadri. Kadri in with help, 2-on-1. Kadri takes a shot, save Vasilevsky. Calling for his Raymond. Raymond's pass up front, backhand, save Vasilevsky. Also behind the net for Hughes. Hughes tired. Other way comes to Chuck. The Chuck poked off by Montour. Montour looking for the pass to McBain. McBain takes a shot. Rebound picked up by Hughes. Carlson up for Landeskog. Biffs almost got caught on the change. Turned over, taken by Nelson. Nelson in, outnumbered. Gets it for Thomas. Thomas takes a shot. Glove save Vasilevsky. He's going to hold on. 11:41 left here in the third period. Risters up by 1 and dominating. Also with a big blast through traffic, hits the post, up into the crossbar and out. Despite the score, Vasilevsky putting on a clinic out here tonight. Thomas and Bedard face-off won by the Risters. Another big face-off win. Nugent Hopkins up over Thomas. Thomas backhand. Rebound. Picked up by the Biffs. Malkin for Forsberg. Up for Rust. Rust neutral zone. He'll gain. Waiting for reinforcements. Up for Forsberg. Forsberg backhand saved by Soros. In the zones, Nugent Hopkins. Pass for Thomas. Backhand. And Vasilevsky's going to hold on. 9:46 left here in the third period. 1-goal game. Risters absolutely dominating. Faceoff is won by the Biffs. McDavid. Into the boards, battling for it. It's taken by Celebrini. Back for Power. Power shot. Redirected. Goes high. McDavid sends it up for Robertson. Robertson for Nylander. Nylander unable to get the shot off. Taken by Kucherov. Kucherov already with a goal in this game. Can he get another one? Not on this shift, it seems. Fox up for McDavid. McDavid in with Robertson. Robertson takes the shot. Saves Soros. Rebounds picked up by Owen Power. 7 minutes remain. Delayed penalty for the Biffs. Franco behind the net for Pasternak. 6-on-5 till they touch it. Owen Power goes to take a shot, but it's blocked and touched by the Biffs. Cross-checking is going to be the call on their best player, Connor McDavid. Cross-check into the back, which phased through the linesman. Linesman with no collision detection. Landeskog and Thomas will take the face-off. Face-off won by the Wristers. Bratt, big slap shot through traffic. Rebound picked up by Hughes. Hughes up for Marchand. Power play for the Wristers. Landeskog fighting for it, shorthanded in the zone. Takes it to Bratt as well. Bratt turned over to Carlson. Carlson will go ahead and clear it. Dahlin up for Raymond. Raymond in the zone. Wristers looking to set up. Thomas Raymond up front, shoots. He scores! Lucas Raymond on the power play. With how the Biffs have been playing in this game, that 2-goal lead looks like a mountain. Beautiful pass, then up to Raymond, and Raymond buries it just to the side of the glove of Vasilevsky to send the Wristers up 3-1 late here in the third period. Still a little bit of time. But based off of the performance on the ice today, the chances are not looking good for B-Ward. This series will return to the B-Ward on Wednesday. Wristers looking to keep it tied. Marchand, Ballinger, Marchand, shot, save! And Soros will hold on. 4:54 left here in the third period. Wristers up by 2. Kadri and Nietzsche back in the LA zone. Biffs win the faceoff. That's for Hanifin. Hanifin's big shot goes wide. Recovered though. Shot through traffic. Doesn't get through to Soros, and the other way come the Wristers. Lucas Raymond already with a goal. Pass broken up. 3.5 left. Biffs need 2 to tie it. Controlled by the Wristers. Dahlin with 3 minutes left. Trocheck. Valley forward is Raymond, taken by Nietzsche. For Malkin, up for Forsberg. For Luke Forsberg, making some moves, lazy backhand shot, easy save for Soros. 2 minutes left here in regulation. The Wristers up by 2. Up for Raymond. Raymond looking for another one. Shot, save Vasilevsky. Recovered by the Biffs. 1 minute left. Vasilevsky heading to the bench. Big slap shot, saved by Soros. And he's going to hold on. Net empty to our right. 53.1 left here in the third period. Biffs in dire need of 2 goals. Chances not looking good for B-Ward, but face off won by B-Ward. Brandon takes a shot through traffic. It's blocked. Nylander for Malkin. Malkin, big slap shot. Gobbled up by Soros. He's going to hold on with 46 left here in the third. Biffs looking to get whatever they can on net. Hopefully squeak one through and then have 30 seconds left. Shot redirected, but saved by Soros. Back for McDavid. McDavid. Back for Carlson. Carlson takes a shot through traffic. Save, rebound behind Soros. And he holds on. 34 left. Net empty to our right. Full pressure for the Biffs. Chances looking bleak, but they're not going to quit. Face-off won by the Biffs. Up in the air, and it is under the cock. It is under the cock of Soros. and he gets a quick whistle. Time dwindling for the Biffs. 30.9 left here in the third. They need 2. Net empty, 2 on the right. Face off won by the Biffs. Luke Hughes takes a shot through traffic, hits the post. Taken by Trocheck for Thomas. Broken up by Bedard, 20 seconds left. Connor Bedard in the zone, takes the shot, save, rebound. And he's going to hold on. That should just about do it for the Biffs. You can smell the desperation on the Biffs right now, putting whatever they can on net. But with time dwindling, even if they win one, oh my God, right off the crossbar. That could have changed the whole game. Audrey and McDavid taking the face-off. Face-off won by the Wristers. Up front shot, save, rebound, and Soros holds on. 10 seconds left, net empty. Can he bury it? And that will do it. Lucas Raymond with his second goal of the night. Puts the dagger in B-Ward. LA Twisted Wristers will win Game 2 and knock the series up at 1. We will return to the B-Ward on Wednesday for Game 3. Huge, pivotal Game 3. Squirrels will be facing elimination against the underdog 6 seed Washington. Also, that game also on Wednesday. If necessary, we'll have that Game 4. But that's going to do it here in LA. The LA Twisted Wristers respond. Come back after that heartbreaking loss in Game 1 to absolutely dominate and take out the B-Ward Biffs. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at the LCHL COVID Cup Wild Card Round. We will be back on Wednesday with a pair of Game 3s and possibly a pair of Game 4s. Who knows? But thank you so much for joining us. And Dante, as always, watch go and pack that bowl. We're out. Ooh.